All right, so today's session is going to be lined up basically with chest, then other, then back, followed by it. So these are going to be a couple of circuits I'm going to follow it. So just rock with me and follow it as it goes. At the end of the day, it's like you got to look at those things and look at it in a way where what is one thing you can do that's going to get you the result. If the result isn't shown for itself, then just going to look at a few things and just make the most of it. Okay. It's easy. So you gotta look at it in the exact same perspective. If you're not building muscle, man, you gotta look at a few things. Is the weight going up every week? Are you having a high level exertion or using a lot of your energy to lift? If the answer is no, get back to the work, man, and find a plan that's gonna guide you to the goal. The goal isn't to spend several hours in the gym and do it every day, thinking you're doing something to lose weight. The whole purpose behind it is to do something that's going to guarantee the result. And if you're doing something that's not bringing you a result that's tangible, then you need to work on switching something. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's one thing, it's not progressive overload. What's the next thing that you could look at? What's your exertion looking like? And if it's not where it needs to be, you got to find ways to do it where it's concise and where it's effortless to see gradual change. The change should be done on a weekly basis. If it's not, then you got work you need to focus on. That's all there is to it.
All right, come on, now going.
All right. Yo, we're here back with another tricep session. We're going to work on the tricep grip. I didn't record the session when I was here at the gym the other time, so we got to lock them behind us. We're going to go and do another set of dips. We only covered in one, so recovery ranges for about 60 seconds, so not going to waste no time, man. Let's get straight into it. Pro tip, if you ain't stretched on your elbows, man, or at least your shoulders, because the shoulders are involved in the movement of doing a dip. As you go on the machine, or in this case, you're going to naturally go down. And as you go down, your shoulders become involved. You don't want to have your shoulders all the way out to the western side. You don't need that. To the east and west, you don't need that. What you need to do is make sure they're stretched out, they're mobile, and you've done some form of stretching toward just loosening the muscle out. Last thing you want to do is go straight on and then you find yourself injured because you didn't take 5 to 6 minutes out of your day to just stretch them out. Big mistake no beginner or intermediate gym beginner should make. Don't be that guy, man. Just God help you. Here we go. Sir. Yeah, so that's 8. All right, that's for the second set. So we're gonna relax, cool off a little bit, and do one more set. The goal is to do at least 6 on the third and final set. So recovery is about, like, in this case, 90 seconds. I treat dips almost like I do pull-ups in the sense that it requires a lot of exertion. So in the pull-ups, you literally have to use your entire body, right? So let's say I'm up here, right? All right, the pull-ups is gonna require a lot of exertion. So I'm right here fully down, and to pull yourself up, it's not easy to do that. And of course, that takes time for you to build progression, for you to just like build some sort of consistency, build some sort of momentum to the point where doing 8 without feeling winded, it's gonna take some time. So I treat dips, back to the dips, right? Because that's the exercise that we're working on. Like, it requires a bit of upper body strength. And if you're not there yet, then practice doing beginner exercises until your muscles have adapted, as well as your mind, to the point where you can just do reps and knock them out. That's the way how I see it. So I know I said 90 seconds. I rambled on a little bit. So we're going to do the third and final set. I wanted to make this YouTube video about like at least 9.5 minutes long, between 9 and 12 minutes. That's the ideal spot where I'm trying to get my videos in. So after triceps, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can maybe do one more exercise for chest. Maybe we'll see how it goes after this. Yeah, or maybe just do decline right here upstairs and grab some dumbbells. All right, so let's go. Woo. Here we go, here we go. If you can just relax, 10 times better. Yeah, like the goal is to relax, like under all the pressure, just relax, like relax, you know what I mean? If you could just focus on just working the arms as well as your chest muscles, I should say, and your shoulders in the movement, and relax. Yeah, like perform the movement, be aggressive with it. It's impossible to not hit the target, man. Like, you gotta understand, like, if I can say it in simple terms so an elementary can understand it, yo, you gotta show up several times a week and do it over and over again. Even if you barely hit 2 pull-ups and it takes you like, what, 2 weeks? Yo, that's cool. Because it shows that you're doing something, and that something is adding up to become more than something. If it takes you a long time to do 1 rep, that's cool. If you keep being consistent, you'll be able to knock out 8 before you know it. You got to be consistent and show up long enough and have the mentality, have some grit and backbone that no matter what happens, you'll still show up and get it done. That's the mindset you want to carry towards building muscle, losing weight, and inevitably getting to your goal long term. Be realistic about the outcome, man, and you get there. You hear me? You get there. Now we got decline. We're working on chest. We got some dumbbells right here. The bench is already elevated, sits us in a position to where you could also work core, believe it or not. Now we're gonna get into the exercise, all right? We got about 2 reps, 2 sets. And we'll go for about a minimum of 8. Let's get to it. You hear me? So now we're gonna see how we're gonna do this now. Cause I've never really used this machine to do a decline before. So maybe we can just like hold on, we can lower it right here. That's not going. Okay. So we'll just do this then. Oh, it's good enough. The name of the game, man, is progressive overload. How are you supposed to build strength if you don't even know what you're doing yourself? Every week, every 2 weeks, man, I'm trying to add 5 pounds, 10 pounds. You do that, how? By increasing the weights every week, man. If you don't know that, how do you expect to build muscle and do it in a way where it's consistent? Only consistency in that is not amounting to much. I'm using 32s right now. It's extremely light. A lot lighter so than it is on a decline versus stationary bench. So I'm not going back downstairs to go and grab some more dumbbells. I like doing it upstairs here where there's nobody around so I can do me and be myself. But whatever the case is, your goal is to build muscle. Your goal is to tone up. So, that's smarts. You gotta do it in a way where it's more consistent to you, your goals, and where you wanna be. How else are you supposed to go and hit this if you're not being intentional about it? A lot of you guys just go in here and just wing whatever exercise or routine you put together and think it's okay. There is nothing okay about doing that if you think winging it is gonna help you build muscle or even tone up or lose that stomach that you've been trying to lose for years. It's not gonna happen, man. So, you need to prioritize a routine. You need to prioritize something that's gonna work best and ideal for you, not your girl, not your family, not your brother. Something that's gonna work best for you and where you wanna be. And there is no greater place to find that than this YouTube video. Got one more. Set left. Same deal. Like I said, building muscle is the goal, right? Building muscle is the goal. The goal is not to just mess around and do whatever. You need a routine. You need to be intentional with that routine. And in doing so, that's where building muscle begins. And that's where it's going to end. But you first need to understand the importance of what it means to just show up regularly. You can do that. You can do anything else you put your mind to. All right, so look, I had to literally switch between 3 gyms to make the full lineup for the video. It is what it is. Between the one down in the area in California, the second one up the road, and the third gym is gonna be right here. I'm just gonna slice it up and put the pieces together. Since we already did, it was triceps first with the dumbbell or the easy bar skull crushers. Then it goes back towards other tricep exercise. Then the chest ended over at the other gym. And here, I'm going to finish off with a similar movement like this. If the cables don't get open up in the next, few minutes, then I'm just going to rep it out as it is, doing it from right here and just improvise. That's all there is to it, man. You're looking to build muscle, do it in a way where it's concrete and you don't have to think about the process altogether. It's going to be just that itself. Don't overthink it. We got one more set left. We did 2 here. At the other gym, it was incline. At the other one, it was more so cardio. So we're gonna finish it off with just that all together. So mix it in with a little bit of that with chest, which was dumbbell incline bench press. And I do the rotation between the 2 every other day. So it's Monday and Wednesday. It would look like a split session ideally. So just focus on those 2 things all together, and then growth in the long term is gonna present itself. All right, so that finishes the entire session of chest, triceps, all together. If you're looking to find a creative plan that's gonna work towards you and get you towards your goal, this is gonna be it. There literally is no other greater way to follow a system that guarantees real results in momentum and building muscle than this. So follow it together. If you get any insight from it, you know where to find me.
All right, man, so look, this is the page where you need everything necessary to lose fat, lose that loose skin, and ultimately get to your goal. And if this whole walkthrough was any helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, you know where to find me. Go follow, go subscribe down below for more relevant content, take you to a calorie deficit and more. We're out.